I was at a fashion event this week in downtown Chicago. It was a well curated guest list. It reminded me of the 1980s. We had the preppy classical people and the punk rocker kind of alternative crowd. Everyone was in the room together. Exclusive did not mean mutually exclusive. Everyone got along. I ran into Cook County Treasurer Maria Pappas at the event. She told me she wants to run for mayor, the city of Chicago. That she's tired of all the crap. Every form of oppression, violence, exploitation, and dishonesty negates the resurrection of Christ. We need to show up at the fashion event, dress the part, and then be willing to do something about all the crap. Welcome. Welcome to Coffee Hour. I'm Stanley Smith. At Coffee Hour, we talk about everything and nothing. Recently, we talked about dealing with it, about how being stressed narrows our focus, the difference between ambiguous and nuanced, and the suppressed birth rate in the United States. The readings at Washington National Cathedral from Acts, God delivers us from who people think we are. And from Peter, our hope is in God. The gospel reading was from John. God's going a little further ahead of us, but remains with us anyway. The sermon at Washington National Cathedral was by Spencer Brown. Spencer preached about shopping for adventure in this life or playing it safe. Going for high adventure comes with scrapes and bruises. Sometimes you have to keep on going because there's no place to go back. We miss seeing the risen Lord while we're trying to figure it all out. Perhaps there were opportunities along the way, but we missed them in the heat of the moment. Being stressed can narrow our ability to see possibilities. Can we see what we believe and become what we receive? Partaking in the sacrament of hospitality opens the eyes of the distracted. It's an invitation to live in a new way. We're not here to condemn the world, but to transform the world by sharing the good news. It's not on CNN or Fox News. It's right here in your heart and in the heart of others. Step out of yourselves and see it today. The sermon at St. James was by Lisa Hackney James. Lisa preached about perspective, how it can be changed and can change in simple ways. Talking to someone, seeing them, and sharing a meal with them. We need to look past the circumstances of state-sponsored violence, prejudice, and sexism, and see each other and break the bread together. It's sometimes easier said than done. Lisa said the return of the Artemis 2 space mission reminds us of the Apollo missions of our youth, and that we're all one big human family. Looking back at Earth, we're reminded how precious we all are. We could call it moon joy. If you can dream it, you can live it. Science is important because it reminds us that human experience is bigger than ourselves. We all need to hop on the joy train. They say people can tell we're Christians because we're always filled with joy, even when it doesn't seem that way to us. Who's looking at us today, and are they seeing the joy? Shifting our perspective, everything on earth is a lie when we see that we're not all one big happy family and connected. The church is built to lift humanity in joy. Every Sunday, we show up for a change of perspective at church and share a meal. It might not seem like much, but we can do it anyway. And in the process, we can feel the joy. My friend, clinical psychologist Annie Gramone, says that we might all be suffering from nervous system dysregulation. getting stuck in our fight, flight, and shutdown mode, and missing out on the rest and healing part. Current conspiracy theorists tell us that the Earth is surrounded by an alien grid, harvesting our emotional energy. At church on Sunday, they just call it all sin. No matter what you call it, God, science, or politics, whatever you're following, it could all just be a vehicle for whatever dysfunctional state you might be stuck in. At any given time in history, there's always a looming threat to take us over. The Roman Empire, the Industrial Revolution, and now artificial intelligence. It can become overwhelming. It's easy to get stuck and to be functionally frozen. Look for the God moments in all of it. See what you believe and become what you receive. It's not a fixing or solving, it's a moving on and a moving forward. Intuition can be your guide. Let it in. All you have to do is give it a try. If you would like to join us at Coffee Hour, I will include my email in the description of this video. Be happy to send you an invitation. And I look forward to seeing you very, very soon.